Hey there, I'm here, and it's Weirdie time on Friday the 13th. Whoa! I don't know if you all grabbed this freebie I sent out for everyone. It's sort of a Friday the 13th and a little bit of a Hello Weirdie. A Hello Weirdie. So, yeah. And as I can see, because I printed it in A3, I bet them like spaces are small in your size and US letter, ain't they? So it's not going to be one of them easy ones. It's not. Well, you also got six weirdies on top of each other, and kind of the Hello Weirdy. Well, actually, there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Ooh. uh, so if I get time, I'm gonna play around a bit with this one. And then, I've been trying to go through these to get through all the colors. So I'm just going to be looking at what colors we got left now. Last time it was the violet blues. So I guess now it's like the blues and the blue greens, I guess. We got blue, green, blue. We got blue, green, blue. And we got blue, here. Maybe we should take the greens and the yellow greens too. Just, why not? Let's see what we got here. We want to see them colors, don't we? Green, 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 yellow, green. This is a green. Green, yellow, green, yellow. And then we got, let me just see if I got something missing. Then we got grays and browns. Yellow, red, yellow, yellow, red, red. There was green more here in hiding. So that is all of it, I think. That's all of it. So I think that is what I'm going to use for the color combo on. Oh shit, it's Blind Pig Friday. Oh darn, where's my brain? Gone tutu. It's Blind Pig Friday. This ain't going to work. Okay, sorry, guys. I forgot it was Blind Pig Friday. So I'm just going to put these away that I just spent time in picking out. It's Blind Pig Friday. So, the hell yeah, I forgot that it was Blind Pig Friday. Whoopsie. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Oh no. So we're just going to put all of these back. And then I'm going to see if my lovely daughter will do a blind pig for us. Oh, she's kind of busy. I think she got a cold, unfortunately. When I picked her up, her and her friend Casey up from the birthday party today, she's all snotty now. Snotty. Not a good thing. So let's see. I forgot about Blind Pig Friday. How can I forget about something as important as that? That's like unforgivable. No, we got it corrected in time. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're gonna do 2 blind pigs of 5 colors. Yeah, but 2 times 5. So first you pick 5, and then you pick another 5. Then I'll do. Okay, that's the way. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So because then I can section it off with blind pigs. There's the one that's a brown, and then there's another one here that's a purple. No, that's on the other side. This is true for the brown one. That's a purple. That's an end. And this is a green. Yeah, but she's got her eyes closed. Yeah, I can imagine. Maybe it should be printed over 2 pages. Maybe I need to make a new version that can be printed over 2 pages. And this is a blue. Then we got a yellow here. Hi, Chris. Chris says hi to you, Victoria. Then we got a green one here, green yellow. Then we got another green, just a green. Just a green. It's Weirdie time. This one, is that one of the light ones? Yeah, this one, pick another one than this one. It's too light. Oh, then you had a blue-green. I'll pick another one. Last one. Then we got a light one here. Just gonna check it. But this one is visible. So that will be going in here. Så den første, den kan man ikke se, men den der kan man godt se. So that's the two picks. The two pick. Hvad er det nu? So we're going to start with these. Hi everyone. So I'm going to start in here. Yeah, I kind of like, yeah, I guess, I didn't know that it was going to be that tiny because I did to draw it in the right size. But I guess I must have drawn real tiny. Du skal ikke sidde og hænge ved siden af mig, det kan jeg ikke holde ud at se på. Okay. Victoria is really snotty. 1, 2, 3, 4, then this is the 5. One, two, three, four. This is the 5. Oh, Victoria got those because of her throat is bad and her snotty is snot-nosed. She's a snot-nosed little kid. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna go for this one in here. So yeah, we got blind pig. I forgot about blind pig. I was like all set up for, yeah, well, those things happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on a bird brain level today. A bird brain. Like tiny bird brain. Not like one of the big birds. Not the owl level. More like the chicklet. We got this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this one going here. So it's Friday the 13th. Not that I believe in stuff like that, but it's so rare that it hits Friday 13th, so that's nice. And I think there's something about a full moon too today, so neat. I'll stay indoors. So then again, we'll have the other set in there, and then we'll have another one here. And we'll start up here. Let's get this party started. On the dance floor, on the dance floor. So, but those were really very line piggy ones, not at all fitting together. But we'll see. Maybe in the end it will make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna. This one will develop out there. We're gonna do it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, and the Patreon's got a lovely set of hearts today. It's time to show love. Share the love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying to get something organized or doing it on the school. 1, 2, 3, 4. Giving them like a heart for each kid. Then each kid could color a heart and they could laminate it and put it, up for decoration on. How is full moon? I don't know if she got what Tina had. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's a lot of kids sick at the moment, and the girl that she was going with, she actually wasn't in school yesterday and the day before because of being sick. And the girl who had the birthday party was sick as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a lot of kids in her class that are sick as well. So that's a hoot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not good. She's not supposed to be off sick. I mean, what am I gonna do if my kid is sick? My kid is sick. I'm not gonna send her to school sick. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just I'm not gonna do that. It's enough that all the other parents do. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 5. So I lost my backlight. So here we go. I'm gonna go with the next color. Hi Jason. Hi everyone. You have the hiccups because it's almost dinner time. Do you get hiccups with dinner time, Holly? Så må du tage en forlængerledning, hvis du har brug for flere. Okay. Yeah, because it's nicer when I have the backlight as well, on top of the 5 spots. Okay. Yeah. Only when you're hungry. Okay. So yeah, we had arranged it because Hazel was going and she's in school with Victoria, but not in the same class. She's in another class, and they've known each other since nursery school. Ja, det kommer du ikke til, vel? She would rather be in class with Hazel because they've been friends since nursery school. Or since kindergarten. That's why Victoria would like to be in the same class with her. Yeah, she likes that class better, but that's yeah, well, we can't really do anything about that. Um, but now I lost the thread. Well, anyways, the mom asked like if Victoria was going to this birthday as well, because this is their friend that they used to be in kindergarten with and in school with, but she stopped because she was getting bullied, so she got moved to another school by her parents. And then she said like, hey, if I take them there, will you pick them up? Then we don't both of us have to go to the other end of town twice, and that's a good deal. So I was like, yeah, fine. Then you take them there, and I'll pick them up. And oh my God, I was not calculating rush hour because I don't really go on pop during rush hour. That's that's not something that happens a lot. And I had like looked at the travel plan, and I could see that the estimated time to get from here to there would be half an hour, 30 minutes. Yeah. So I left. I had to be there the latest at 6, and I left home at 4:45. So I thought that I would be there maybe a 5:15 or something, so I could stay there and hang out a little bit and maybe eat some of the cake. Eat a little bit of the cake. Why not? I'm here. I can eat cake. But I ended up being there like 20 minutes to 6. 10 minutes to 6. It took me ages. And most of the time was waiting for the bus and then getting through the totally packed city center. It was like horrific. I had to take 2 buses to get there. And then I had to find that darn school. But it was okay, I found it. And then I had to take them home. And then we made it to the first bus stop. We walked to that one. And then we waited another 40 minutes before there came a bus there. And usually those buses, they go every 5 minutes. So I don't know, this must have been some kind of special day. There must have been like a notice out on public transport. Maria is going outside. Let's just stop the buses, stop the trains. So then we made it into the city center, and there we had to change either to another bus or the metro. So we were standing waiting at the elevator, and it was already full on the first load of people, so we decided to wait for the next elevator. Then there came 2 like child carriage, like the big things for children that they roll in. What is that called in English? I don't remember. Uh, Baby carriages? I don't know, but they have to go in first. Yeah, let's mess with Maria. So then we decided to go through, there's a big shopping mall, to go through the mall and get down to the metro that way so that, yeah. Then we could also like go through the sweet section and have tasties. Good idea, Maria. Then we came down the rolling stairs to the metro finally, and the pole in front of the waiting ground for the metro, it was packed. And I was just looking at all these people. I'm telling you, it was packed, packed, packed. Because there had been some accident that some train had derailed so that there was like delays on the metro. And it was just totally packed. And then the game rolled in a train, and the train was packed. And I was just like, okay, we'll go up and through the shopping mall and out on the other side and try to catch the other bus so that we can take that bus home instead of the metro, because there was no way that I had the energy to be waiting down there in a packed place with the people packed, and that's just, I can't do that. So we went up and through the supermarket. We went through the sweet section and had a few tasties again. That's a good thing. And then we came out on the other side, and just when we came to cross the street to go to the bus stop, yeah, the bus drove. Shit, we didn't make it to the bus. And then the kids, they said, well, it's not that far. We just have to go down that road and over the bridge, then we're home. So we walked home. It's another half an hour on top. So it was almost 7:30 when we got back home here. And then I called the other girl's mom. and she said she would come here and pick her up uh, because the girl didn't want to walk the rest of the way home alone. And I was going to walk her home. I just had promised to call the mom when we landed here, and then she was like, "No, I'll come pick her up. Don't worry." And then, hey, I already walked from the city center and back here. I was pretty exasperated, and I'd been traveling for like 2.5 hours just to pick up the kids from the. It's like crazy day in the traffic. My God. But yeah, and then with Victoria being snotty on the way home, she kept like sneezing snot. Luckily, somebody, Victoria, had put like tissues in my bag because normally I'm not the kind of person who's got tissues in my bag. But I had tissues. And usually, if I have tissues, it's because I bought tissues, and then Victoria thought I better put a couple of packages in my mom's bag because otherwise she won't have tissues if we need them. Yeah, I was just like, oh my God. So that was kind of I thought, well, it's not a big deal. It takes half an hour to go there, it takes half an hour to go back, it's not a problem. Boom, boom. Whoa, was I wrong? Talk about miscalculation. So we're actually working with two blind picks. Two blind picks of 5 colors on this one. I just thought it would be nice to have it divided a bit on this one. Yeah, well, Victoria usually thinks ahead. It's also like when we went on holiday, she had made sure to pack band-aids because she'd been thinking like if mommy hurts herself or like gets a cut or something, then it's a good thing that I brought band-aids. And then I actually got a cut, but the band-aids were too tiny. Var det ikke, de var for små, dem du havde taget med? Det er deres skærmer, hvor du havde taget plaster med. No, she can't hear me now. She's got her ear thingies on and is looking at the iPad, so I can talk into the air. So this is looking good. Oh no, Holly. You'll have to go pick it up. You'll have to go get it. So that so it doesn't get wet. Actually, these 3 colors are pretty okay together. I hadn't like seen that coming. I think they're looking pretty slick. You were taking bug photos and forgot the camera out, the phone outside. Okay. Well, that can happen. Ah. Ah. And then the mom, she stayed and talked a bit, so before we even could make it to the supermarket, it was already almost like 8:30 in the evening before we could make it to get shopping done and make some din. And then it just turned out to be leftovers because yesterday I made like spaghetti with a meat sauce, and I had a lot of the meat sauce left over. So and they had a sale on like already shredded cheese. I know it's garbage cheese, the one that's already shredded, but it was really cheap and it melts good. So so we actually had like like the what's it called, the fajita thing? Well, yeah, when you put two of those Mexican pancakes on top of each other and you put filling inside because we have sort of a maker for that. So we had that with the meat sauce from yesterday, and I just put cheese on top of the meat sauce. And they were pretty good. I think they're pretty good. I don't know about Victoria. I think she, with the cold, she probably lost most of the appetite. She thought it was too creamy. She likes some melted cheese, but yeah, that was it. Yeah, and I had to get the Tina to vectorize the Friday 13th drawing that I thought that I wanted to surprise everybody with because I'd already vectored my feelings. I couldn't vector anymore. I forgot to vector the one thing that was the most important thing today uh, first, and then I didn't have any more vectors left. But luckily, Tina could do it for me, so I could finish it and get it up before I went to pick up Victoria. So that was a good thing. There we go. This is looking good. It's looking good. Hi, Shanna. So, so two separate blind picks of five. It'd be interesting to see how the other one will look also. We'll have a double blind pick on this teensy weensy. This is not a really big Weirdie, is it? So yeah, so we got started a little bit late with everything, so that's why I didn't start earlier with the Weirdie today, because we ran out of time. Those are kind of interesting colors. It's not bad. It's not something that I would normally pick, but it's funny to see them together. That's the magic of blind pick, that you get to see some colors together that you normally wouldn't see. Yeah, a big bright full moon on Friday the 13th. People gonna go loco. People gonna go loco today. Sorry. Victoria's laughing. So I guess it's funny whatever she's watching on iPad. People are already loco here. It's like that there was the Weirdie Day. Here it's Weirdie Day every day. Loco, 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 little bit loco, loco. I like loco. Loco is a good thing. Normal is boring. Loco is good. We gotta be a little bit loco in our lives. A little bit weird, a little bit twisted sometimes. This makes life a little bit more fun. Gotta have something to laugh at. And sometimes we can only laugh at ourselves. Or I made the girl in the supermarket, the woman in the supermarket, laugh really hard the other day in the bakery department where there's also the kiosk where I get my ciggies. But they had like on top of the desk, they had like a big bowl of tasters, free tastes. And if there's something we love, is free taste. Me and Victoria, and And in the bakery, Victoria expects that it's gonna be cookies or, something sweet. And I could see that it was like a dark bread, a pumpkin dark bread. Yeah, I think it was something with pumpkin seeds, dark bread, very dark bread. But Victoria hadn't seen it, so I say, "Oh, honey, look, there's tasters." And Victoria went, "Oh," and ran over to the tasters. And then when she saw it was like dark bread, she was like, "Oh," and I couldn't help laughing. And the woman behind the counter, she was laughing too, and she was like, "You are so mean." And I'm like, "Yeah, I couldn't help myself. It's like we only have the fun we make ourselves, don't we?" So yeah, that was fun. Then we had a nice talk. It was fun, she got my humor. And Victoria just went back to look at the magazines, really deeply offended that she had ran all the way over for dark bread with a lot of pumpkin seeds in it. Yeah, I'm a meanie. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mom is mean. So, that happens. So, yeah. And I got a special announcement. We actually have a Patreon birthday that was yesterday. But she's at work, so she won't be home from work before until like 3 a.m. my time. And I can't really do a flow drawing at 3 a.m. my time because it's like a little bit too late. Yes, Victoria was also seriously offended about the lack of cookies. Yeah, that's really, yeah, Jason. I've been following that. We follow that very closely in the news here in Denmark because we are so similar in the country as England. But yeah, we see it a lot. It's scary what's happening. Um, so I think I will be doing it probably. Now I forgot it. I forgot the date. Well, it will be next week, I think, that I'll be doing it after Weirdie. But I will of course be saying it on the Weirdie that I'll be doing a flow drawing birthday, Patreon birthday flow drawing, and I'll be vectorizing Julie's flow drawing tomorrow, and I already cleaned it and got it ready, so it will be up very soon, so that everybody can color Julie's birthday flow drawing. If you're Patreon, of course, it's a Patreon thing. So we got a few things happening on that front. I don't know, does any of you either like work at a school or have contact with anybody who's working at a school? Because I have this like idea with a share heart, and I would like to send the hearts to the schools so that they could use them for the pupils. I'm working on making more so that there'll be enough that every student in the school could get one each. Like kind of depending on how big the school is, I guess. you know, but I'm working on it. Now I have to test it on Victoria's school if they'd be interested or if they think it a stupid idea, but I don't know. There'll be something. It's working in my head as well, my idea. So now soon we are finished with the one. blind pick. And then we'll move on to do the rest of it in the other blind pick. Yeah, just wish it was over with. Yeah, I understand you, Jason. Well, I would be willing to give them the hearts for free if they want to, like, do the project that each kid colors a heart, and then they maybe use it for decoration in a local square or in their own school, whatever. Just I thought it could be fun. I thought it could be fun, sort of share the love, or you know, something like that. Yeah, everybody seems to have opinions. Only problem is, it's not all opinions that are informed opinions. And then when people disagree, then instead of agreeing to disagree, they get more erratic about it. It would be nice if people would just agree that they disagree. That would be much easier, wouldn't it? Instead of getting so chaotic about it, because of course we can't all agree about everything. It's the way of life, It would probably also be boring if everybody agreed about everything. Uh, you know. So this is the first color of the next pick of 5. It's interesting because this one has 2 greens as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. As the other one also had. Well, it had a green and a blue green. And this one has a purple, but then it has a yellow and a pink. It's a different purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can turn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just wish that people would be, better at agreeing to disagree. And then just, it gets very, but it happens everywhere. Especially with politics. That's why politics are so difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that Victoria is chewing. Så skal du nok lige gå ind og pusse næse. Okay. The dog doesn't want pills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dogs can be really difficult with pills, but cats can too. Anything that smells like medicine, they just don't want it. I mean, even dogs that sometimes love food, they will just not. If you like try to hide a pill or something inside food, no, 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 you don't fool me. Most of them go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I used to with mine because if I threw it up in the air and he'd get all excited and he had a big gob. So, but still, he'd spit out the pill. I had to really get his jaws open, and I had to ram it down his throat if I had to give him a pill. Otherwise, it would just come straight out. And I mean, that dog would eat anything but pills. Yeah, even with family. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always a subject that's good to stay away from. 2 subjects that are good to stay away from. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5. So that's the 5, and that's the 5. Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. But also, things can look really different from different perspectives. And, when people discuss or disagree about something, it's important that each part, you know, bears in mind that it just looks different from the other side. And, there's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta be able to accept it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that there's too many people who are not willing to just accept that we can't all think the same way. We didn't all grow up. We don't all have the same experiences in life. So we will see things differently according to what our background and what our experiences are. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's a great ability to be able to agree to disagree in a peaceful manner. But that's easier said than done in most cases. I always will try to bury the pills. So the next one is a green. Green, green grass of home. So I'm gonna start here. Just gonna switch it up a bit. Lovely. This is actually, it is a little bit turquoisey. It's a beautiful colors in this set, that's for sure. It seems no matter what I pick, it's a beautiful color. But now it was Victoria who did the picking. I think that there is an art to some digital coloring. There's different ways of doing it, and some of the ways is really complicated. You know, um, so that too can be an art form. Being able to control it and do it well, you know, that's not easy. But before I started drawing on the iPad as well, I couldn't imagine not drawing on paper. And then I found out, well, it's the same thing. Well, it's not always the same thing, but it doesn't kill my hand constantly. So that's a positive for me, and especially when my hands are as bad as they are, with going down with the carpal tunnel. So then, I find that I have less of that problem when I'm actually drawing on the iPad. But I have the iPad Pro, so I have the Pro Pencil, and it's nice. I love working on it. But I also love working in hand. I just can't work as much in hand. I think, art is, if it's art to one person, then it's art. Some people can say they don't like it or that they prefer something else. That's fine. Everybody's got a right to their opinion. But, well, I don't know. Then again, if somebody puts, like there was an artist who on an expo put goldfish in blenders and had them, like plugged in so that it was people's decision if they wanted to blend the goldfish. That's what you call installation art. I think it's what you call, I want my 15 minutes of fame, even if it's going to outrage half the world. It's like there was also a guy. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was an ugly one. He had liposuction done. That was another artist, and that's where I think that when we get out to this, I find it questionable if you can actually call that art. He had the fat sucked from himself, and then he'd invited a fancy crowd for dinner, and he had fried the meatballs in his own fat. I think that's very. First of all, you don't want to like force cannibalism on other people because that is cannibalism. I mean, if you want to have, you know, you want to serve meatballs cooked in your own fat, then you ought to let people know that it was cooked in your fat so that they can make a conscious choice if they want to eat it or not. You know, so like things like that. That's where I start saying that is in no way art. Like there was also I think there was the same guy as with the goldfish. He bought puppies, sweet, cute, yeah, breeder puppies, expensive puppies, just to have them euthanized and stuffed. I mean, I don't think that's art. That's just a person who is desperate to get attention. And the poor thing is, the worst thing is, they do get the fucking attention. They get the attention because there's an outrage and all this and that, but they do get that attention. Uh, they become infamous. And then all of a sudden their pieces sell for hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and you think like that is ridiculous, you know. But it's kind of like that. Exactly, Holly. That's my idea totally. Exactly, Bev. Each to their own. So this is the second green of this second set of colors. They're actually pretty similar sets in a way because they both got that purple and the greens. Yeah, yeah, because that's what it often takes, for artists to start make money is that they die. That's also an installation. I was a part of the Art Money project from when it started, and there's people from all over the world involved with Art Money. It was started by a Danish artist, and I was involved with the project from the get go. I made Art Money and was in the exhibitions, and I had my Art Money in the Art Money bank and everything. Sent my Art Money into him, and it was sold through the website. But clearly, there was more sold than I got paid for. That's one thing that I know, but I was dumb and didn't write things down proper. Didn't have a good record of my stuff. So I'm never going to make that mistake again. But unfortunately, because it's not free to run a project like that, he needs money for web development and everything else. Um, so he made it that there's a yearly charge to be a member of the Art Money Bank. But that yearly charge is only paid by Danish artists. And first of all, I can't afford the yearly charge at the moment. Otherwise, I would pay it. But I don't think that it's fair that it's not all the artists involved from all over the world that pays a part. I think it's unfair that it should only be the Danish artist paying the party. Um, then, because if it was all the artists involved in the whole world that paid a small fee, then it would be a lot less, and then it would be doable for most artists. But yeah, so I'm not in the project at the moment. I have a ton of art money, which is kind of sad because I liked it. I liked the idea behind it and the thought of, you know, that artists could have their own um, valuta, or their own currency, because artists often really lack money. And it was sort of a nice idea, but there was too much problems in the end for me to continue because, yeah, if I one day find myself in a situation where I can afford to pay the yearly fee, then I might go in again and activate my art money. Then we got the last color on. That's sort of a pinky winkish one. A very light pinky winkish one. But the other one that was picked that I said we'd take away was a much lighter one. Then that one could almost not be seen. This one we can see. So it goes in there. So it's got a vibe. Yeah, exactly. I know, Holly. It's kind of amazing that he never got to see the reward of his work. There's a few artists who understood commercializing on their art and making money on it while alive. And one of those are Dali and Warhol, of course. Uh, so that's actually it. That's our blind pick, Weirdie. It's already done, this little cutie. This little cutie. See him the other way around. There he's a cutie too. There he's a bloated cutie. And here is just a cutie. So we're going to have a look at the next 2 days. I have to put up the next one. Here we go. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow. And that one actually also goes pretty well like this. It goes great both ways. And this is Sunday. Look at that. That's a cutie patootie. Wow, that's a big one. That's a good one. So that'll be fun. Got our next 2 days. This is the next one I'll be putting up. So that's Saturday and Sunday. Party on. And it'll be with me, I think. So that's that. And then we're gonna tumble straight in to our lovely mini Weirdie day. Du skal ikke bare føre dem derned. Okay, godt. Rigtig ting. So here I am, Angry Bird. Here I am. So this was the 10th. We're gonna have the bling bling on, the bling bling bling. So then we got the 11th. Just gonna write. So that was Wednesday 11. Witchy witchy. That was live with Tina. Then we have Thursday and Friday. Live Tina. And then we got Friday. 13, 9, 219. Maria. So I think I'm going to do all these at the same time. Okay, bye-bye, Holly. Have a lovely evening. Oh, sorry. So I think I'm going to do the one set on this one and the other set on that one. And I'm going to do both sets on that one. That makes sense. So we're going to put this one up here. So we got BR97, EB73, E67, GY47, then we got BG50. And the second set here is P81, G58, Y44, and G56, and R28. So we got our colours in there. So we're going to start with this one, and that's going to be on that one and on the inner part here. So that's that. That's that. I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. 2, 3, 4. There. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's fine. And I think I'm going to put it in here. So we can put a top through there. Like that. And I'll put that there. Because I think that fits. That's beautiful. So that's nice. So I'm actually backtracking first, but that's fine. I'll get them done so that I won't have a backlog. So I'm doing the mini weirdies a bit different. There we go. This one going right here. I forgot to count out on this one. Should have. This one go down here. And I'll do in there. There. I'm just going to count out on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then we got that one under control. So what do you guys say? Do you want me to try to make a version where it's... I think you can probably print it over 2 pages. That one, the Halloween. Friday 13th. It's, I don't know. I'm gonna make it go for it. Just get 6, Dad. It's a little cutie. These 3 colors look great together. next one. Okay. I like this. It's cute, this one. But then most of them are cute, but some I'm just like, oh, that one is really cute. And I'm happy I got a little bit of a fun set out for Patreons today. 10 beautiful hearts. It is for a new Heart a Day book, a new 366 book that will come up at some point. But the Patreons get it first. They get a little taster of it. It's just a little taster to have fun with and spread some love. So here we go. Yeah. This is lovely. So that was that. Oopsie. That's oopsie. We forgot one right there. I caught it. I caught it. You're coloring it with a magnifying glass. Yeah, I think some will find it very hard. I can see that because when it's this small on my A3 paper, then I know that it's about half the size on your paper, which would make it like really small. And I was actually planning to color it today. Yeah, I forgot actually. Whole two colors there. So yeah, I could cut it, but there's no natural place to cut it really. But yeah, it's a totem, so I think I have to like rethink and be a little bit bigger when I'm doing my totems, because this one is kind of teensy weensy. So, but it's teeny if you wanna like color every little part, and it is. But I didn't actually realize that before until I printed it out, how tiny it was. I didn't realize. So here we go. So I think I'm gonna go here on this one, then we'll go inside and out. Each is blowing her nose just so that you know what's up. You know why. Yeah, I think she caught herself in real cold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the 5. 2, 3, 4, this is the 4. I was watching Hannibal last night. Such a lovely movie. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that movie. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also like Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal Rising. I actually think I for Hannibal Rising. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be nice to see them all in a sequence. Might be neat. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go do this one here inside. There. We'll backtrack and go front. We'll backtrack inwards and then go forwards there. Got a plan. Got a little plan there. And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. And then we got it here. And then we got it. I'm gonna put it here and here. And there. So actually this in here is not gonna have that many colors on. That's okay. Yeah, even with a magnifying glass. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, if it was really tracker sized, then it would totally disappear. But I was gonna do them in US letter size, but I can see that I have to maybe draw a bit bigger. Um, draw a bit bigger. I thought I had it, but I didn't. Ja, det var da en god idé. Ja, ja, det synes jeg da er en god idé. So here it will go like that. Behind it'll go the other direction. Det var faktisk 3 på en gang. Jeg er multitasker, skat. Ja, og der er 2 her, ikke? Så tror jeg. Ja, ja. Det er du også. Ja, du er en lille brudse. White space there. Whoa. Nothing about here. Here. Maybe. 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 Yeah, I think so. Crazy artist. I mean, I really literally, when I printed it out, I was thinking, oh my God, she's gone off the deep end again. Crazy woman. What she gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Hi, Tammy. So yeah, I guess I just like didn't really, I thought I had the size thing all good on that one until I printed it. And I mean, the size is all good on A3. I mean, but uh, when it's printed small, I think it's like teensy. But some people do like that too, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Oops, I should have put another color there, but that's too late now. We'll roll with it. And here I forgot to put the turquoise in. The green. Green grass on home. So, I'm just going to put that one in. Du skal børste tænder og have nattøj på i sengen. Du skal børste tænder og have nattøj på i sengen. Hvad? Okay. Nu, Victoria. Sorry. She has to get her hiney off to Sleepy Will. It's almost 11:30 in the night, so of course she can stay up later in the weekends, but this is late. And that would be too difficult to adjust to 9, so. And she's sick anyway, so she should have her hiney in bed. Oh, Beth, that's a funky cat. It sounds like it's you and Lindsay. Yes, sounds like it's a challenge. It's just lovely, isn't it? So now we got this one going here. And we got it going right here. And we got it going here. Oh, my foot is itchy. That a feeling when your foot is itchy? You got shoes on. The worst thing is when it happens when you're outside and you can't just like slide your shoe off and itch your foot. I have learned over time that if you just ignore it, it'll go away. Ignore. I'm in a sense zone. Are you like them, Tiny, too? Are you having printing problems? Well, you can print it at a later time. Just, you know, download it so you have it. In case I all of a sudden clean out my bay hip a bit. I do have to clean it out sometimes because there's too many things on it. I think I'm probably lucky because I think they changed pay hip. So now, like, you have to pay if you have a certain amount of stuff up. But I've been on pay hip since it started. So the rules didn't apply when I started. And I guess, well, I've never gotten a message about having to pay or anything extra more than what I already do pay. I mean, I pay every time that somebody pays something, they take a percentage, but it's way less than Etsy does, so I don't have a problem with the percentage they take because, of course, they also have to maintain the platform and everything and develop it, and that's fine. So that was it for this was the mini of today, this one. I also just got that one in. And then I was thinking, because now I was up to date with the book. I was thinking that I would actually just do this one so that I'm not behind on anything. So that was what I was thinking. Then I'm thinking putting these over on the side, and then since it is Friday and I'm a blind pick girl, I'll do a blind pick. And I will do, I don't know, how many colors should I blind pick? Let's see, we got a limited scale here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I'll do 5 colors. I'm just picking them out, trying to go different places and not looking. So we got 5. I got 5 on it. We'll see what I got. Okay, we got purple 147. Then again, I think I'm gonna put this one first. That's it, purple blue 76. Then I have this one. It's a brown 104. Then I'll put the other pink here, or purple, red pink, red purple 138. And then we've got this one that's a yellow 41. So that's interesting. So that's the 5 colors we got here. Okay, I'm just gonna walk Victoria into the bed now. 1 second, I'll be right back. It is Friday the 13th. Okay, so I'm back. Hvor er det her liggende herinde, du ikke har fjernet? Kids are funky. So here we go. I should do my little bling bling thing. Yep. PB 76, P 147, PR 104, RP 138, Y 41. So that's our colors. And my bling bling pen goes back on its bling bling side. And it's a bling bling there and a bling bling there. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go here and here. Yeah. I got my hug and my goodnight kiss. 1, 2, 3, 4. A good night hug and a good night kiss. Best things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's gonna be pretty. is here again. The man with the child in his eyes. So I'm gonna go here. This is a beautiful, beautiful blue. I really like this blue. This is gonna go up here. I mean, I have to say that of all the standard sets that I've seen with 80, then this is definitely the best colors I've seen. They just get so many pretty colors in the. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Go like that. I think I'll just let that develop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one should be the 5, so we're going to do that separate. That would be separate. That would be there. Yeah, but this one will be separate, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a bling bling thing, the bling bling dong. And tomorrow, just a little bit of an advertisement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock my time, I will be live with a little surprise. So if you're awake, then it might be something to check out. It's just a little surprise. Around 5 o'clock my time, I should be going live. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got this one here. I'm going to just do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he again? Yeah, 5 p.m. Danish time. I will be live. And it's actually a surprise for somebody in our group. So I can say as much as it's a surprise for somebody in the Patreon group. So if you're Patreon, no, I can't get any closer to that than that. So we'll have to see the rest tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now everybody's excited. Oh, we'll see. But I just wanted to pre-warn you so that you know that there's something going to be up. Of course, I'll make it notification before I go on, but then you already know that there will be something. There is something in the air tonight. No, tomorrow night. Not tonight. Tonight we got Friday 13th. I love this little cute flower. Let me see here. These two colors are pretty together. Once it dries up, when it first comes on, you can see the black going through it. It's more grey, but once it dries up, it's really beautiful, clean color. That's sort of what I experience with these. It's the clean colors. Well, you can also always watch the replay. You can always watch the replay. You know, replay is a good thing when it's an early one. I mean, sometimes I go on at 8 o'clock my morning time. That's like in the middle of the night for everyone. So then it's only the ones who can't sleep were there. So, but you know, there's always somebody for any time almost. I mean, not so many for those spots where most people are sleeping. Um, but then there's other people who are in my time schedule. So then they might be there, and they might not always be on the later ones because then they're sleeping. So it's good to sometimes do video at another time. So let's see, we're gonna have this one here. Isn't that cute? I love this one. So yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So we got this one here. So I'm gonna put this one in here. And then I'm actually gonna do this in here as well. Just because I can, and I like it like that right now. And then I'm gonna put it here. This one also, this color, that is a brown 104. It looks nice with the two others. Still talks about my theory of three. My theory of any three colors will look nice together. You just limit it to 3, then you can almost do anything, and it will look nice. Well, I haven't had a bad experience so far, so I'm still advocating for that. The magic of picking 3 colors. But I have 5 here, so we'll have to look how that looks in the end. But I can't believe how long we waited for the bus with the 2 girls today. It was like incredible. Incredible. And it's a bus that normally comes every 5 minutes. So waiting for 40 minutes for that bus was like, there was supposed to have been like 8 buses in that time span. And I got cold too while waiting. So, there's something in the air tonight. This one I'll probably have to go second round. Nobody wanted to drive on Friday 13th. That could be it, yeah. Then I'm gonna put it around here. I'm gonna put it around here. The other one here. I'm gonna do that there. And I'm gonna put it right in here. Right in there. All these lovelies will get all the colours on. Here. It was so nice, my tourist friend Nana, who had the birthday party today. Her dad's new wife, new girlfriend, she was pregnant, and she was actually set to give birth on this very day today. So Nana was a bit like upset in the summer holiday when we were on holiday together, because she was afraid if the baby came on the right day that it would be like on her birthday party, which was not cool. She didn't want to have her birthday party ruined by a little sister. But and I, like we tried to say to her, well, that could be the best birthday present ever, to get a little sister on your birthday. And she's like, well, what about the party then? I mean, I can understand that. Um, so, but she actually had the baby 2 weeks ago, so that was perfect timing, so that it didn't interfere with the birthday party, except for like little teensy weensy tiny babies do grab a lot of attention. They're attention grabbers. Oh, storms. Yeah, let's hope so. No, no, because we were standing outside. I had nothing with me. We were standing on the street waiting. Can't really color when you're standing up there. Like, nope, nothing with us to play with. But the girls were talking constantly, so it wasn't like a lack of general noise in my ear. General little. No, they were really excited and talking. They were talking about roller coasters and stuff like that. So we had a good time waiting, anyways. And we got the next color. This is the last color, so that will actually conclude some, but not all of it, because this one, there'll be a little bit there. We'll conclude this one. Also a pretty color. And this one was the yellow 41. It looks very much like a green yellow or brownish. But pretty awesome. It's a neat color. It fits right in. I think these colors are quite good. That is here. It's like that. It's actually darker than the brown one we had. The brown one was the lighter one. This one would probably be what I would call olive yellow. Yeah, and your 2020 mix came. Mine didn't arrive. That the box that the teenies came in, it just didn't look right. It was open on the one end. It just didn't look right, that box. But it's good that it only had a little few nooks and. But they should take more care of the stuff. I already did that one, didn't I? Didn't I almost? Yeah, I did. I did. Didn't you? Did I? Yes, I did. Almost have it all. This is neat. Then I got this one going around here, around there, and in here. Actually, these colors are looking really pretty together. Exactly, I hate too that they have like a disrespect. That they're not treating the things carefully. Because their stuff. I mean, it's reported stuff, and it's disrespectful that they don't make sure that they try to deliver it safely. That's sort of the whole thing. It's a disrespect towards those who have made the product, but it's also a blatant disrespect towards their customers. It's even disrespecting themselves as a company, not putting a higher value to what they're actually doing. We got this one going in here. So that's the last one on there. And we got it going here. And right there. And then we got it here. And right there. No, I don't think it affects my sales. If they give you a replacement, I don't think it affects me because I'm not the one who created the issue. They are. If they made a mistake and they give a replacement, then it's got nothing to do with me. But you have to send it back to them. You have to complain to Amazon, and they have to issue a replacement. I have nothing to do with that side of things. But if it's a Patreon book, it's a big hassle because then I have to complain on different channels as well. And that's really a grievance sometimes just to get through with them. So actually, I got this one caught up and I got this one done. And this is for tomorrow. This is for Saturday night, and the party's alright, and she's already dancing. I mean, for me, when I get mine, if it's a little bit bent or a little bit scruffy, I don't return them. But if there's something wrong in the printing inside, then I complain. Um, or if it's totally broken, something like that. But hi, Ross, lovely to see you. So I'm gonna do this one, or maybe yeah, we're gonna work on this one. I was actually already thinking maybe I should go to bed because I'm tired, but I'm always tired. At the moment, I seem to be tired. I think I'm just exhausted from all the stress, city stress. So we got the Friday the 13th. It should be colored on Friday the 13th, and I'm sorry that it's teensy. I'm sorry about that, the teensy weensy thing. So I gotta get some colors on. I'm gonna get some colors on. And I want something. I will definitely want orange and purple. But I also want to do red and black. And I also want to do lime. Okay, I have a few colors that I really want to do. So let's see here what we got. I want to do something that's red and black. And I want to do something that's sort of um, lime, and maybe this one magenta. These two. Then I want to do something that is purple. It has to be this one, the blue purple, and an orange. I think I'll have to do this one, like that. That's three different ones. I think that's what I want to do. And you know what, this color, I just have to check this one versus that one. Because I think it might be this one that I want and not this one. This one might be too light. Yeah, that is the one that I want. It's the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The one that I want. So I really have to check myself where I put the red. I think I might start in here. You almost have it done. Wow. That's kind of because it is, I think I'm gonna go like here. I'm gonna start with this green and that magenta light. And I wanna do them in here, like here. These are quite big. I should have chosen something a little teensy smaller. Well, we'll see how it goes. And I think I'm going to go here. Sorry guys about it being so tiny. I don't know what I was thinking. Here. I'm very sorry about that. I absolutely was. I had no clue that it had gotten so tiny. I was just so excited when I was drawing it. It's after midnight. But it's not after midnight in the States, so we're halfway there. But it's also the night. It's also after midnight on the 13th. Da, 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 da. I think I'm just gonna like let loose a bit on it. I think I'm gonna take the red. Oopsie, wrong end of the stick. I have to remember to check on that. I think I'm gonna put the red here. I think I might just go like every second to sort of like level it out a bit. So now I'm gonna go pink on that up there. We'll see how that develops, and I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna just try to take every second. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the tiny spaces. You all know that. That's why I color on A3, because I like to color on the bigger image. And these are quite big, so yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, is it? With that crazy artist who did such tiny spaces, she's wicked. She's wicked. I'll have to complain about that. When she starts listening, that's the problem, is she never listens. She looks and she realizes, oh, that's tiny, and then it's like, oh no, it's not that tiny. Yeah, right. It is that tiny. I mean, this is like, I think if I had my my Faber-Castells out, the pit artist, it would be okay. And gel pens, I think, will be okay too. Yeah, it's that artist. I think she's gone off the deep end. Maybe she's off the meds. You know, maybe she's off the meds. I don't know. It is a Friday 13th one. We all got excited. Oh look, we got a really beautiful freebie. And then you can't color it because it's too tiny in the spaces. Oh my! But you could probably print it over 2 pages, and then you get it as big as mine. And that's still difficult. So, Maria, you're an asshole. Complete and utter asshole. But now I'm just doing every second, so I won't do in between, because then I'll be overlapping them constantly. Here I'm just saying that, okay, when we get down to the teensy spot, it's okay that I get a little bit outside. I'm making it like the effect of it, you know. I can make an excuse for being outside the lines on this one, I think. I'll excuse myself. I'll put the blame on the artist. It's her fault. And then I'll have a good talking with her next time I see her around. Maybe she'll stay away for a while. A double weirdy totem. Yeah. I was so excited about this one. I mean, when I finished drawing it, I was just so excited because I thought this was a perfect Halloween Weirdie totem. And then it was Friday the 13th, and I thought, oh no, I have to give it away today because it's also great for Friday 13th. And I just thought that everybody needed something nice, and everybody needed a little bit of extra love today because I definitely had a shit day yesterday. So I also needed a little bit of extra love because yesterday was, yeah, one of the worst days ever for me. I really had a shit day, but I was crying and had a really bad day. But I don't want to talk about that. Then I'll just get extremely emotional, and I'm not ready for that. I'm more ready for a fight than for being emotional right now. I can't handle it. So I'll just keep on going. So yeah, this is definitely. I can't put this one in a book of totems. I think it's too tiny. I mean, then it has to go in a two tiny spaces for those who like extremely small spaces, but extremely complicated. Good eyes required, and very thin ends and very fine tips. What is it called? Extra fine liners or something like that. It is moving along though, even that it's just every second that I'm coloring. So now we, uh, it'll be fine, she said. You'll have fun, she said. Look, it's a nice one, and everybody looks, and it's a really nice one, and then you realize you can't color it. Thank you, Maria. That was really lovely of you. You're so considerate. You did. Just keep swimming. Yeah. Oops, wrong end of the stick again. So this is going really well. Well, we'll see. We'll see about it. But I mean, if you do every second. Okay, well at least I'm showing that it can be done, and I'm not complaining about it. Okay, well, sometimes. Oh, and I'm so sad because I really love this totem. Um, I think I'll maybe have to go in the poster section. Please print this like 3 times bigger than it is because of what you can't see. I mean, I don't have good eyes, and my eyes don't work together. Um, I actually have really bad eyes, so they don't see the same line. They're not coordinated. It's like why I left the eye doctor's office with a folder saying when the best glasses or contact lenses are not enough. It's something that you learn automatically as a kid, but very few people just don't learn it. It doesn't come automatically like it normally does, and that means that if I'm reading a book, and I find it, I've gotten used to it, so for me it's not really a problem, but my one eye might be reading on the top of the page where the other one is actually already reading the bottom. So, well, maybe that's why I read so fast. I think I'll start up here. So I think in some ways it works for me, and in other ways, I mean, when I have something like this, then it's difficult for me because we don't really coordinate on seeing the same thing with two eyes. They have different lives. They're not on friendly terms. And that is really the thing, like if I walk up the stairs, it's not really down the stairs as much, but up the stairs, I have a difficult time calculating the the distance between the steps. So I have more of a risk of falling upstairs than downstairs. Actually, it's like kind of weird, isn't it? It is, but it does. playing with coordinating. And what I had to do at that time when I got that folder, that's a lot of years ago, was that you had to go on some course where you had to like come like sometimes every week for like 8 weeks or something to teach your eyes to see things proper. But at that time of my life, I didn't have time for that kind of thing. So I'll give you something else, Heather. I can't give you a tip back. uh, I'll make another totem for you. Like I have like two others that I made with this one because when I make totems, I can have three on a page. I'll give you the full page where there's a totem on this side and on that side too. Because I bet those are just as steamy as this one. Oh my. But at least, you guys caught me in it. I mean, it's like now you finally caught me in one where I'm having serious issues myself. Of course, if I had been aware beforehand, but I only printed this like 2 seconds before I went on. If I had printed this before, then I would have prepared fine liners. I would have taken out the Stedtler fine liners that Tina gave me. I would have taken those out. They could have come in handy here. Could have come in real handy here. But oopsie, I think I'll need that section too. Just here. There we go. We got it going. We got the purple now. I think it's gonna be funky. So even if it's yeah, I'm thinking, well, it could be printed on 2 pages. I just don't see a natural split. And on 2 pages, yeah, yeah. But I could add a file where it's split, so that it could be printed over 2 pages on the long side. That would make it bigger than it is here. I can do that and add that to the freebie folder so that you guys can at least have a chance of grabbing one that is a little bit more visible, because this is definitely not an easy task. I can see clearly now there's a blue sky. It's a full moon totem. It's not a Friday 13th. It's a full harvest moon totem. Because it's gonna mess with you. And with your OCD of being inside of the lines. Especially if you choose to do them with full on markers like these that also bleed a bit, then it's not gonna be fun. Like she said it would. It's a nightmare. Well, anyway, it fits well for Friday 13th. It's a right nightmare. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I will add a file where it can be printed in two. But yeah, I think if I had the Stedtler fine liners or if I had the Kit artist, then I wouldn't be having the issues I'm having right now. Yeah, it is a nice drawing. It is a very nice drawing. I like the drawing. I was so excited about the drawing, and I was like, I hardly could wait to give you all the drawing because I just loved it, and I thought that everybody would love it too. Um, that was until they printed it. That was until they printed it. Because it is a really lovely drawing, and it's got so much beautiful detail on it. But yeah, if I could, I could do it with those or the Stettler fine liners or the big fine liners, those extra fine ones. They would easily do this without me having as much of a problem as I'm having now. But as you can see, I'm only human. I'm only human. Everyone can fail a bit. I didn't fail on the drawing part. I just was too enthusiastic and wanted to include too much. I really had a great time drawing it, but that's what a lot of times happens to artists, that we get excited while we're drawing something and we just want to add a little bit more detail and a little bit more detail, and then when you are drawing for coloring, you kind of forget how tiny it will be in the end. It's a very common error on artists' behalf, because we think, oh no, we just, it just needs a little bit more here, and I can make a little detail there, and then all of a sudden you get a right nightmare for coloring. So here we go. But yeah, all that said, still, if I was using fine liners, it would be okay here. It could be an experiment for digital coloring, yeah, where you can blow it up a bit, because it's a real pretty one. Maybe I'll print it again and then do it with the fine liners, so that it can be looking pretty, because I am, as you all know, slightly OCD, and I'm not happy with the result right now. Uh, so I'll do something, because I want to have this one colored pretty, but it's not going to turn out pretty with these markers, that's for sure. Well, the colors are pretty, but it's not, let's say, ideal. It could also be fun to do rainbow on it. I think Bertha also likes to color small. Because she did some of the biggies in small. That was kind of a real feat getting that done, because those I can't even do it when they're blown up to this size. But as always, it's the right tool for the job. And then, of course, one of the tools you need is the eyes to be perfectly functioning for these little things. But with every second, and it's not as bad as it could have been. Could have been way worse. There you go. Then I'm down here. Ooh, it's me again. It is looking fine from there. Well, I can. I mean, if I was using some different. I mean, these markers are not like ideal for this. It's not bad, but it's just not as pretty as it could be. Um, but if I was using the kits or fine liners, then I wouldn't be having as much of an issue, that's for sure. So I think it's definitely doable, but I'm also on the bigger part. I don't have the teensy weensy one. It's also kind of funny. You see here, I need to do this one around there. There we go. It's alright, baby's coming back. You did it, so it can be done, and you have sensitive eyes. That's true. Just for you and your glitter pens. And for Tina, too. Oh no, Tina. You like the tiny lines, the teensy lines. I can also cut it up in separate weirdies like a puzzle piece. So I can cut out this part, then I can cut out this one here, then I can cut out this one and that one. Then you can put it together and stack it. That I can do so that you get it in pieces. Then you can even stack them differently if you like. Let's see, then I'm gonna go with this one here. But cut it out in the separate sections, and then you can puzzle it together. That could be doable, I guess. But now it's a challenge. Cool, Heather. Then I'm gonna go here. actually hasn't taken me that long, but that's also because I'm only doing every second. But yeah, I was really excited when I drew it. It was the day before yesterday I drew it, and Victoria totally agreed with me that it was a pretty one. So here we go. Then it has to be here. It is looking good. I like it. You go to bed and sleep well. Oh no, that's not good, Tina. You sleep well and have fun tomorrow. Complete rest. That's great. Yes, it's great. Heather's setting a good example. So here we go. Next color on. I'm gonna start here. I think most people can do it in the size that I have it in. So all you all just need to have a A3 printers like I do. Then this is not a problem. Well, if you color with something finer than this, that is, it has to be a little bit finer than these to be a little bit more perfect, I would say. But it is okay, it is looking good. Ooh, it's a long one. Good night, Tina. Love you too. And Tammy already got it up there, so okay. So here we go right in here. I have to go a little bit closer in. So, and these actually have sturdy nips, but of course they don't have like teensy tips. They have like quite a. But I could imagine if I was doing them with tiger markers, it would be even worse. With the precision part. But here comes the hot stuff. There we go. Slowly but surely. It's fine now. Okay, that's good, Lindsay. So then I got this one. Got the mindset on you. This one is a little bit more um, soft in the tip, so that one is a little bit harder to control than the others. That's the only thing that I can say with these, that the tips differ, not like in shape or anything, but in soft or hardness. And I am thinking that it might have something to do with the strength of the alcohol in the ink or something. I don't know. But it seems to be more pronounced in the darker colors. Let me see, let me get this one going here. Then we got our next color, which is the orange. And I'll start down here because this is the last section down here. There, and then I'm going to focus on up there, and I'm going to put it a little bit closer to me like this. Let's see here. I'm really digging it though. I really love this. I think it turned out so pretty. So even though that it's a little bit difficult, I think I'm going to color it again. Maybe I'll color it again. Actually, take that up here. We're going to go with the next color on. The purple. Oopsie, that's a dark color, and we just bleed more. So I'm thinking that the alcohol concentration in those darker colors might be higher, and that might be why the tips are softer. I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm trying to figure out how it works that some tips are different than the others. But most of the time I actually do find that darker colors bleed a little bit more. Yes, what I'm coloring is bigger. It's like double. It's double the size, so I shouldn't be complaining at all. I should be a happy camper. But because I always print on A3, so it's almost a double. So you guys are the ones having the real issues, not me. Um, but I do think it's going well now. Yeah, really big. That's a lot of pluses, Bertha. Did it get stuck? Too much caffeine. That was a good one. Maybe the key got stuck on the keyboard. That happens to me sometimes. So now I'm going to go for the oopsie, there, there. And I can't get it close enough to my eyes because otherwise you'd just be seeing my head. I have to keep a certain distance, and that uh, inhibits my vision a little bit. Victoria at first she said, "Oh yeah, I'll color with you." Then I printed it out so she could see it. It was your dog. I think yeah, I think the dog is saying, "I love it, love it, love it." It's trying to give its sort of opinion on this thing, on this thing. It's saying, "No, no, it's not complicated at all. I got a system. I dip my pour and I smear, and it colors everything perfectly. Just smear plus that color, plus that color." That was what the doggy was trying to communicate. Yep, I know what plus means in doggy language. It means more food, more people food, more. So when it's about the coloring, it just means put more colors on, and you'll cover the whole thing, and it's not a problem. But the twisters calm you down. Twisters are extremely calming, but at least like when I draw them. I don't know if they're calming to color, but they're extremely calming for me to draw. It's sort of like I get into like a zen zone, and my heart beats slower, and I breathe slow. So if I'm like extremely stressed, then I can relieve my stress by sitting down and drawing a twister because it's really, really relaxing for me to draw twisters. That's why I've drawn so many of them because I'm often in a state of stress. And then I sort of just need something that can chill me right down again. And that's what the twisters do for me. And that was why I published the first twisters because I thought, well, if I calm down drawing them, then maybe somebody will feel that it's relaxing to color them. And they also give you a big freedom in what you can do with colors and everything. And like, I'm all in for like having total, that you don't have that feeling that, oh, I have to use these colors or these colors, that you can just chill out and do whatever. It's a big thing for me. But you can do that on anything. You can color anything the way you like it. If you see a giraffe, you can make a rainbow giraffe. It doesn't have to be the right colors. There is no right or wrong. There is only the limits that your own fantasy puts to you. And that one you can work with on blind pick. So say, well, I'll just do a rainbow then. I'll just do a rainbow. But I'm liking the result, even though it wasn't like what I had in mind originally when I started out. And I still like it. I'm destroying something on the street again. Yeah, there's been like, it's actually, kind of suspicious. There was one of the metro trains was derailed. Nobody got hurt, but it was derailed, so it caused like a lot of, yeah, delays on the metro system. But then also they've been building a new metro line, or like 3 new lines, and all of those have had destruction. They've been, you know, and they're about to open soon. I think it's on the 28th or something. But they've been vandalized. All of the new stations that they built, but they have fixed it, and now they put guards on them. So there's been something going on, but we're not being told what's happening. I think. I think we're not being told the entire truth because, first of all, it shouldn't be. That should not happen. The derailing thing of the metro, and that all the new stations have been vandalized. That's also a bit suspicious, isn't it? I mean, one thing is that a group of kids vandalize one station, but to target and vandalize all the stations. But they say it must have been people who had access to the building sites, because it's not just a public access thing, because they're not open yet. So that's kind of weird. And then with the derailing today, well, this morning it broke the news about the vandalization, and then there was the derailing later today. So that's kind of the vandalizations has been police reported, but the derailing happened when I read it. But that's kind of scary, the derailing thing. So that was the last color on. I finished my Friday 13th Hello Weirdie, so we can see it in sections. We got the little girl up here. There's a little dude in her hair. Then we go down and down. Here we got the Hello Weirdie with the green face. So that's my Hello Weirdie, my Friday 13th. So I'm done. It's all I got for you guys today. So I hope, even though that this is a bit of a challenge, but if I cut it up, then those who have hard vision, if like I cut it up like that and like that and like that part, maybe, yeah, maybe I could cut it up here and do these two. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I cheated. I cheated because otherwise we'd be sitting here in 2 hours from now still, or I would have had a meltdown. So I thought it's better that I cheat a bit than I have a complete meltdown. Or I should have taken the sick clean brush They're so teensy, but it turned out good anyways. So I'm going to say thank you for tonight, and I'm going to put up the next Weirdie, the one I forgot earlier. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have a great one. And remember, 5 o'clock tomorrow my time. No way you're taking the easy way out. Well, the really easy way out would just be to color the whole thing. Like take sections like that, and then maybe just graduate the color a little bit. Do some tip-to-tip blending, and then just say, boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Anne. Okay, great. Well, all of you, thank you for being here with me, and have a great evening, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a great evening, and sleep tight when you get there. Thank you. I'm happy.